So in the first scramble you have cross pieces here, here, here and here. So first you did solve red cross piece and then solve green one, and then you did U2 to bring orange here, and then you did R2 to solve it, and now this was also paired up with blue center, so you did the B prime move to solve it. So after solving cross you saw this corner. Actually your cross solution was very nice, so then you did a U, saw the edge, so you first pair them up like this, did the rotation and solve it into the back in this way, like this. So instead of using two rotations just to solve this case, you can do first pair them up like this and insert it to here in this way. But if you are not able to spot the edge, but there's also a way to solve this case from here only, in this way. First pair them up and L prime U to L, and now just solve it in this way. So after solving the first pair you saw this F12 case. So first you did 2 UR U prime R prime to pair them up and rotation to insert it into the back, like this. Instead of solving this F12 case using 2 UR U prime R prime, what instead you should do is first do a rotation, set them up like this, and now insert it into the back. Now you'll say this is also with rotation, so how the solution can be better? It's better as it has less moves than yours, plus it will be a lot easier to look at as your back slots are solved and front slots are not, so it will be a lot easier to look at. So after solving second pair you saw this corner, so first you did rotation, saw this case, so first you attached the corner to the edge and then you did again rotation, solve them using 3 RUR prime. But instead of solving just this F12 case, using two rotations is just waste of moves. But instead you should do is from here only do 3 L prime LU like this. Or if you have spotted from here only like this, then you can do is in this way. So after solving third pair you recognize this F12 case, so first you pair them up like this and insert it into the back in this way. So after doing the F12 you got T-shape OLL in which these two pieces are paired up. So after solving OLL you are holding the cube in this position, so first you did the regrip to do RUR prime and then again a regrip to do sledgehammer like this. Instead of doing two regrips just to solve this OLL, you can do 0 regrips if you have used these finger tricks. You have to hold the cube in this position only and do R, U, R prime, U prime, and now sledgehammer, R prime, F, R, and F prime with this finger, like this. So after doing OLL, you got V perm, I think it's V perm. So you solve it like this. And your finger tricks were nice. So in the second scramble you have cross pieces here, here, here and here. So first you solve green cross piece and then you did U, solve orange, solve blue with R2, and then you did two rotations to solve this last cross piece like this. Instead of doing two rotations just to solve this cross piece, what instead you should do was first D2, insert it to here like this, or you can do with L moves, but I recommend using this, and then you can do D2 just to solve it. It saves your two rotations. Same mistake as previous solve. In your first pair you saw this corner and the edge was over here, so first you did a rotation, align it like this, and then you did a again rotation and solve it into the back like this, in this way. I will not be covering this concept again as I've already told you in the previous solve. So after solving first pair, you got this F12 case. So first you set them up like this, and then did the rotation, sorry, in this way, and solve it into the back. But instead of doing rotation to solve this case, you can easily solve it from here only in this way. First do 2 LU prime U prime LU to pair them up and apply a lefty sledgehammer to solve it. Or the another solution is this. First do F prime and do inverse L prime U prime LU and F to pair them up, and now you can insert it like this. So after solving second pair, you recognize this F12 case. So first you did the rotation. First you move the edge over here and R U2 R prime and U2 and insert it to here like this. I don't know you use that solution to pair these two pieces also, but if you normally use that, you should not use it. Instead what you should do is solve it with 2 RU R prime prime like this, or from here only do a lefty sledgehammer to pair, and now you can insert it with regular insertion. So after solving third pair, you got this pair already made. So first you did y2 u2 and y rotation u prime, and now insert it to here like this. And instead of doing 3 iterations just to solve this F12 pair, what you should do was from here only like this, L2, and move this pair to here in this way in the back. Or another way to insert this pair and the back is this. First y ref prime L y ref in this way in the back. So after doing F12 you got LOLL. So first you did U prime and X rotation and solve it like this in this way. Before I also used this algorithm to solve this case, but from last month I'm using a different algorithm to solve it, and in my opinion it's better algorithm. So this is the algorithm. It's this. So after that you got Z Perm, so you solve it like this. Your finger tricks were nice. So in the third scramble you have cross spaces here, here, here and here. So first you solve red like this, and now orange with U and L2, and now blue with D R D prime, and your cross solution was very good. So after doing cross you recognize this F12 case. So first you pair these two with 2 UR U prime R prime and insert it into the back with R prime UR. But instead of using this 12 move solution, as I also told you, you should solve this case like this. First set them up like this and insert it into the back. It's just 7 moves long. So after solving first pair you recognize this F12 case, and now you again solve it with 2 UR U prime R prime like this and did rotation to insert. You should use this solution also for this case to set them up and insert, but there's a rotationless solution I know to solve this case from here only. It's like this. First move it to here and now separate them, and now you use classic Felix insert to solve it in this way. So after solving second pair you recognize this F12 case, so you first pair them up and insert it to here like this. So after solving third pair you did a U rotation, solve this F12 case like this, and now pair these two and insert it. Your algorithm is good to solve this case, but still there's an algorithm I know to solve this case from here only, and it's without rotation, so you can use it. So the algorithm is this. First separate them and insert it using Felix insert. Actually, for me, this Felix insert is the most useful thing in the solve. So after doing F12, you got this OLL and you solve it with beginner's method. First, 2 loop OLL and solve it like this. Actually, at the speed you are, you should know full OLL. So after doing OLL, you got T-perm. So first you did U, so that these two are paired up. So you're confirmed that it's T-perm, it's not R-perm. But there's a way to recognize that it's T-perm or RA-perm just by looking at these two pieces. If they're not matching, then it's T-perm. If they're matching, then it's R-perm. So just one mistake you did in solving this. First you did U, and instead of doing another U to solve it, you did a rotation. You should not use rotation while doing PLL. Always use U moves to like get a specific place to solve it. So then you solve it like this. This way.